So the question is EA's Live better than NBA's 2K? Or should I say 2K's NBA game? Now, I'm gonna keep it real right now. There is no telling if Live is better. There is no telling if Live is better than 2K. It's really all about personal preference and opinion when it comes down to the reasons why you support, your preferred basketball game, right? But you got to keep it real, people. I do give my respect to EA. I give a lot of respect to EA and the team behind NBA Live, mainly because at one point they reminded me of Sega and Capcom. They were hot at one point, and then they slowly declined, and then they got into this situation. I'm speaking about Live specific, and their games just was shit. And then 2K took over, right? But why I give them my respect? Because EA has been back for 3 years on NBA Live straight, 3 years straight, and has been working hard to improve the game and to also prove that they can also give us another, if not better, experience. Whether or not, whether or not the game succeeds, year after year, the game has actually improved overall. Come on, there's no denying from what you see, and if you actually play the game, how the game feels year after year. Because of the feedback, the game has improved overall. However, I will say this. People actually do fail to acknowledge, and if you're riding the 2K train, people actually fail to acknowledge that we've mostly received cosmetic improvements by 2K and minor tweaks, which may still improve the game experience, but can also be an exploit. So at one point they can fix maybe the centers, but then that can end up being an exploit where they try to abuse certain things in the game. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, that's the problem here. Now, this is the reason why I feel like and in real shit, this is the reason why I feel that people do not want to give NBA Live a chance. And let me just say this again. This is not a video trying to shed some light on NBA Live. I'm just trying to really open up a lot of people's minds and have them open their eyes to see that a lot of people actually don't think NBA Live it ain't shit, this and that, because of the graphics. But let me just tell you that the graphics don't determine whether or not a game is simulation. People thought and people think that because 2K is so accurate with their visuals and the players that it's simulative. No. There's been plenty of games, Sims. They don't look like identical to real humans, but that's a simulation game. So that'll make it any different between NBA Live and 2K. It does not matter. For me, in NBA Live and 2K, it's really all about the overall interaction and the style of gameplay, in which 90% can say that the center not being able to grab fucking rebounds over the point guard in 2K most of the time doesn't necessarily help prove that that game is simulation. Now, let me tell you something. You've seen videos. You've seen Chase's videos. When you see that the point guard is getting the rebounds over the centers and the centers look like dummies. Come on, man. That's not simulation. That's unreal. Also, I've done this plenty of times where I'm I'm driving into the paint and the AI doesn't respond. Like, 2K really lacks in simulation. They may get the ball movement, dribblings down pack, but the overall interaction, they actually lack. And whether or not NBA Live lacks, it doesn't matter really. Team Lilac though. But NBA Live lacks as well. But you notice the past 3 years that Live has been improving the game. And like, what are we getting out of 2K other than extra modes, cosmetic improvements? That's not helping the game's overall gameplay style and experience, because you see bullshit like, I'm driving in, why ain't the AI turning around to go stick this person? It doesn't make any sense to me. So honestly, I'm not here trying to really like give you give you the impression that Live is better. But I dead ass, I just wanted you guys to really remember, like, it's a basketball game. There's two of them, and there's enough room for both experiences. And there's enough room to also entail whether or not you prefer this game or that game. You should be able to experience both games. It's not about trying to hate one game or another. Personally, we had this talk on the podcast. Chase even said it himself. He may actually give this game a try because they remind me personally of Sony and Microsoft. When Sony first released their PlayStation 4, all we saw was humble and how loyal they were at first, right? And I'm talking about at first. Sony knew this was their last chance. So they stuck it out and did so much to show like, we're here for you, right? So that's what NBA Live did. and they continue to do it. And right now, 2K reminds me of Sony, where they're not really addressing a lot of the problems. They're not really focusing a lot of the problems. And when they enhance one thing or fix one thing, they still leave out the overall core of problems that have been going on, essentially. And that's my problem. So yes, I am going to give NBA Live 16 a try. I don't give a fuck if the players don't look like the actual players. You can still tell a difference. You can still tell which player is which. I just want that experience. I want to have fun. I want to play with friends. I like having fun playing the game. I liked NBA Live 15. What I felt was they needed to improve more of to give more unique play styles of each player. I felt like they needed to work more on defense. They needed to actually keep them moving more, and they needed to work on individual stylistic, like shooting, like, you know, their own type of shooting style, because the shooting felt like it was all the same overall in the release times. So yeah, they need to pick that up. Hopefully in this one they have, you know, enhanced that feature and they tweaked it out. But for real, what are we getting from 2K? I'm just keeping it real. I love 2K. I'll always be on 2K, but like, what are we getting? We need to stop avoiding and ignoring the bullshit. None of these games portray simulation if the AI can't react to real life type of shit. If the nigga's driving down and my guy is sticking somebody, he should be able to break off of him and know to block that dude who's driving into the paint. I'm just saying. And the reason why I like talking about things like this, where I try not to be negative really, and I try to embrace something else rather than just trying to shit on one thing, is because, you know, you guys actually end up opening your eyes. And then the conversation that you guys have with me in the comment section or on Twitter is more like, yo, we see what you're saying, Rick. We see what you're saying, 3MG. We know what you mean. You know what, we might give this a try, because that happened to me plenty of times where somebody had to better explain something to me, and it allowed me to sink in what was really going down. And I ended up trying something out. So when I tried out NBA Live 15, I thought, you know what, it's not bad. It was definitely an improvement, but they need to work hard on a lot of things. Hopefully this game is an improvement. I'm sure it will be, because they're not trying to lose this contract and this license. You know what I'm saying? They have the NBA license. Why lose that? But that's all I have right now. What are your thoughts? Are you going to give NBA Live or NBA 2K16 a try this year? Let me know in the comment section below. It's your boy 3MG. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Have a blessed and safe one. I'm out of here. Peace.